Um, Tonight's episode of Parked and Present is going to be a little bit different. It was 2 o'clock in the morning last night that I received a message from someone just randomly asking me, like, what made you start this podcast? And I have not been really doing well with sleep, so when I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I saw it and I didn't realize how unready I was to talk about it like out loud again until they asked me that. And I know you guys share a lot with me, like your deepest secrets and, your fears and everything like that. But, yeah. So, I started Parked and Present because, and this is with total transparency, after my last son, he's one now, I was diagnosed with postpartum depression, and it hit me immediately. Like, I feel like immediately after my C-section, like, I can't even explain like the chemical imbalance that happened. And I'm using that term because I'm a nurse and it's definitely a chemical imbalance. So my postpartum depression turned into postpartum psychosis. So essentially the reason that I started Parked and Present is like it began with my own pain. I don't know if people know a lot about postpartum psychosis, but I felt like this was and still do. It feels like an out of body experience. And where I come from and the culture that I married into, mental health struggles are rarely acknowledged and they're not discussed. And sometimes they believe that they don't exist. So I sat in silence and I didn't really talk to myself. My mind was talking to me. I was constantly battling myself. And we were at war. My mind and me, we were at war. The problem was that I didn't realize how much I was hurting the people around me. Specifically, at the time, he was 15 and then he turned 16-year-old. And if anybody knows anything about me, like, I take so much pride and joy in being a mom. Like, people have talents and everything that they feel like, I'm great at that. Being a mom is just like literally the one thing that I feel like I am just great at. Like being a mom and a wife. Like I feel like I kind of exceeded. And I'm not tooting my own horn, like, So when my 16-year-old started to suffer from my pain, I felt like I failed him. But essentially, I was trapped inside of my mind. I was constantly battling with myself. I felt like the people around me would be better off without me. And honestly, like I said, this is something that I'm still working through. And like I am simply creating a space for people to feel like they're heard, that they don't have to carry their burdens, or they don't have to carry what they're going through alone, because I did that. And it turned out to be a really bad thing, for lack of a better term. So here at Parked and Present, you're welcome to come and chat. You're welcome to leave an anonymous note. You're welcome to come sit in silence. Just finding that having someone just sitting there with you sometimes made so much a difference for me. Like, people knew that I didn't really want to talk, but just having them there was everything that I needed, that I didn't know I needed. And no, like, I won't always have a perfect answer. I won't always know what to say. I'm not a therapist. I'm just someone who went through something and would hate for the next person to go through it, when there are people that are out there like myself who truly care and want to see people do better. Yeah. Sorry. I'm still working through it as well. Like, today was my mom's birthday, and life just felt so heavy today. I went in the bathroom and I broke down and cried. We were at dinner, and I looked around the table. The table was full of people who love me, who love my mom, and I just felt like alone. So it's hard to explain. Like, you could be in a room full of people and you can still feel alone. So, yeah. But if anybody ever has, something to talk about or want to sit in silence, just inbox me and let me know. We can work through some things together. And like I said, I won't always have the right answer. My job, I don't feel like, Parked and Present is not about fixing anyone, not about healing anyone. It's just simply a space that I created to remind people that, you don't have to carry your pain alone, and you're welcome to talk, you're welcome to cry, or you're just welcome to have somebody sit beside you for a little while. And sometimes our presence together can make life feel a little less lonely, even if it's just for a moment. I just want people to know that someone genuinely sees you, hears you, cares about you. And in creating that space for other people is helping to heal me as well. And that's why I started Parked and Present.